Welcome to another edition of Florida Newsmakers. I'm Tremel Gomes with our very special guest, Rick McAllister, the CEO of the Florida Retail Federation. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Great to be here.
All right. Now, you guys represent the businesses that sell directly to the consumers. Tell us about your industry.
Well, the retail industry drives about 75% of the gross domestic product of the country and of the state of Florida. We're a 75-year-old state organization that represents retailers from Pensacola to Key West. 7,000 member companies around the state, everybody from Walmart down to the smallest mom and pop retailers. So we're a broad-based industry who's interested in a healthy economy, strong state of Florida.
Now tell us about the numbers. In a healthy economy, what's your contribution to the state?
Well, again, about 75% of the gross domestic product. Remember, consumer spending drives the economy in Florida and yet in the entire nation. So we're an intricate part. Not only that, but 2 out of every 5 working employees works in retail. About $25 billion in payroll every year in Florida alone. About $22 billion in sales taxes collected for the state of Florida. So we're a very important part of Florida's economy.
All right. Now, watching the debate with the Affordable Care Act, the insurance mandate on businesses, the Obama administration recently announced that they will delay the implementation of that. How will that affect Florida businesses?
Well, interestingly, I'm sure, most large retailers already offer insurance coverage to their employees. It's the employee's choice. Most small ones are smaller than the 50 employee company. So I don't think it'll be much of an impact right away. Clearly, there's a lot to yet understand about the Affordable Care Act. And as we hear more and more things and see more and more things, our members are watching very closely. They're talking to their CPAs. They're talking to their insurance professionals. They're listening to what the government has to say, both the U.S. government and the state of Florida. So we're a ways away from seeing that now. But I think retail is already a big part of the insurance community and insuring its employees. And so this delay probably is a healthy thing to let everybody take a deep breath and see exactly how it will affect them.
All right, and that's exactly what the administration said. Give businesses more time to figure out how to implement.
It's a major change, you know, how we get our health care. And so it's a good idea to take that deep breath.
All right, now coming up, we're gearing up, retailers are gearing up for the annual back-to-school sales tax holiday, August 2nd through the 4th. Tell us about that.
Since 1999, Florida has offered a back-to-school sales tax holiday, off a couple of years because of budget issues. But for 3 days this year, apparel up to $75 per item, school supplies up to $15 per item, and this year, for the very first time, computers and laptops and tablets up to $750 will be included in this tax-free period for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're really excited about the addition of computers. We've tried for a number of years. This year the legislature and the governor said, great, they are a bigger and bigger part of the educational process, let's add them. Some of our members are so excited about that. I was talking to someone on the phone the other day who said, we're approaching this like Black Friday, which, as you know, is the big kickoff to Christmas shopping. Additional employee, additional hours, additional inventory, advertising. So it's an important event for retailing. It's an important event for families who at this time of year have to spend extra money to get their children ready to go back to school. Frankly, it's a big economic stimulus for the state of Florida, too. It's going to be a busy weekend.
All right. Now, speaking of like the sales tax holiday, that's just that for that weekend, there is a year-round sales tax holiday, and this is something that you're hoping to change, and this has to do with the online sales tax loophole, internet sales tax loophole. Tell us about that.
Well, this is about collection of sales taxes that are already due. As we all know, it's not a new tax. It's not something that's not already there. It's just been very hard for us to collect. So you're right, for those people who are outside the state of Florida, who don't employ a single employee, who don't pay a single property tax, who aren't involved in our community or our state, they've had a sales tax loophole. They haven't had to collect the tax from the shopper and remit it to the state. So that's been a problem for us. So for 3 days, Main Street will have the same break these remote non-employers, non-taxpayers will have. And so we hope that that U.S. Congress will pass a bill this year, if not this year, before the end of this Congress, which is next year, that will solve that problem. We continue to ask the state of Florida to help us by tightening the rules on those who operate outside our state. That's still up in the air, but we hope that this year we'll have some additional help.
Why hasn't it gained traction here in Florida?
You know, it's been a political hot potato. There are just some people who don't understand that it's not a new tax, that it's always been on the books, it's a collection issue. But there are some politicians who are afraid of the way it makes them look, like they're allowing extra money to be taken from citizens. It's a collection issue. Citizen owes the money. And the economy of Florida deserves the money. You know, a consumption tax issue is all about allowing the tax base to grow as the population grows. The problem in Florida is that we aren't doing that because it's being siphoned off by these companies outside the state of Florida who don't employ anyone, and so it's not allowing our tax system to grow as it should, so new taxes don't have to be passed, or new fees don't have to be passed to pay for the government that we all expect.
Well, there's so much we can talk about. I hope you can join us again in the future.
Thank you so much for having me.
And to our viewers, we'll catch you next time.